Hello and welcome to our viewers on ASI News broadcast, bringing you the latest top news for today. U.S. fight against ISIS may last years, officials say. According to the New York Times, the U.S. government is preparing a campaign against the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, ISIS, also known as Islamic State of Iraq and Levant, that may last 3 years, officials say, surpassing the amount of time that President Barack Obama will be in office. Despite stating that the U.S. has not seen any immediate intelligence about threats to the homeland from ISIS, Obama said on Meet the Press this weekend that the government was committed to pushing back against the militant group through a 3-part campaign involving airstrikes and arming and training Kurdish fighters in Iraq and Syria. The third phase, which will attempt to bring down ISIS from within Syria, where the militant group has occupied large chunks of territory, may not be completed until the next administration, the Times said. The announcement echoes Secretary of State John Kerry's statement during the NATO summit in Newport, Wales last week, where he said that the U.S., quote, has the ability, end quote, to destroy ISIS. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, but we're determined it has to happen, Kerry said. Obama's statement also comes less than a week after he brought the total number of troops in Iraq to over 1,000, and the same day as Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel confirmed that the U.S. has launched a new round of airstrikes in the region. In Syria, the country's military forces set off an aerial attack on ISIS operatives in Raqqa, killing 20 civilians, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. The U.S. has conducted a total of 148 airstrikes in Iraq since June. Meanwhile, on Meet the Press, Obama claimed he did not want to start the equivalent of the Iraq War. Middle East experts have criticized the continued airstrikes in Iraq and Syria, which they say actually strengthen and embolden ISIS militants who have made significant advances on land in the region since June and carried out killings and abuse on, quote, an unimaginable scale, end quote, as the UN Human Rights Council said last week. Stephen Miles of Win Without War told Common Dreams that ISIS, quote, has grown strong and gained recruits, money, and territory from the violence in Syria and Iraq. They depend on those conflicts. If you're exacerbating them by taking part in Syrian civil war, you will play right into their hand. The U.S. will give them a rallying cry in the war against us, end quote. Thanks for watching. Stay with us on ASI News broadcast with all the latest news from the U.S. brought to you from the American Studies Institute from Tehran. You can also check our website at www.asipress.us.